What makes a film great? My name's Ben, and this is a Projectionist Viewpoint. This is a question that has plagued storytellers for ages, and in the end, there is no solid answer. It's an opinion. There is no true, unequivocal art. No matter the era, no matter the medium. Opinion differs. Not all artists use the same paints.
Age of CG, but they never thought that. Yeah. I haven't talked to anybody that realised that was a digital shot until I said it.
Yeah. No, I think people are embracing a lot of this stuff. I know Roger Deakins is shooting with the Alexa camera right now. Yeah. Airflex is digital, and he likes it a lot. And a lot of people feel that that's the most advanced system, but it's still not 35mm film.
So rather than worry about what paints and pastels you use, change the question. What makes a film stronger? In a lot of courses on film and in film school, there are rules to making good cinema. Discounting Werner Herzog's film school.
How to pick locks and how to forge a document, a shooting permit. I did.
The problem with this is a lot of places teach these rules as if ironclad. Things are expected. As Steve McQueen once famously said, this goes against what art is. Art is self-expression.
To which you find yourself the more partial? A steak and kidney pie or a veal and ham pie?
These rules are merely stopping you finding out what you want to make. What I believe makes artists stronger is quite simple and can be found across all art forms. Intention. These artists are saying something. So I'd like to argue that the lessons are wrong in what they teach. That like all art, there are no rules in cinema. But instead, what makes a film stronger is logic.
Exactly. So, logically...
Logic in cinema can simply be defined by this. What does this part represent? That's it. Simple. If you assign a specific role to a part of the production in your film and keep it consistent, it will be more effective than simply combining techniques used by famous filmmakers. Just simply having them in your movie with no intention for them? They feel weak and out of place. In a logical film though, each part of the medium has a different role, and sticks to it. Take this scene from The King's Speech.
In here, it's better if we're equals.
If we were equals, I wouldn't be here. I'd be home with my wife, and no one would give a damn.
This breaks almost all compositional rules possible. Yet would you consider this bad cinema? The camera here is given a logic. It had to portray how the character in the frame felt at that moment. So how did you feel? Constricted. Tiny. Squeezed. As if he was pressed in from all angles. You can watch the entire film of The King's Speech, and in every composition of Firth, they say something about how the character in the frame feels. Anticipation, nervousness, exasperation, anger, jealousy, fear, and amazement. The simple logic assigned to one part of the production made the entire film more powerful. Just by the composition, we know how that character is feeling. Other obvious examples of logic would be blue is the warmest colour, where the intensity of blue shows the intensity of their love. The Dark Knight, where the movement of the camera represents the stability of the situation. And of course, Memento. The consistency of these techniques invoke an underlying psychology. We may not notice it on our first time viewing, but our minds still take it in even if our conscious minds don't. And when they've set up this logic and decide to break it, that scene becomes even more powerful to us. It's the same across all parts of the production. Logic can be applied to composition, characters, or even chairs. Production design is actually the most common place for logic. In Mad Max Fury Road, every character there, their entire personality that defines them, is represented by their car. And this doesn't just apply to cinema. Video game systems, music, and books are other great examples of logic. See, even if you don't believe me, then believe Prince of Darkness cinematographer Gordon Willis, who Francis Ford Coppola described as one of his greatest influences. So when you come to making your own film, by all means use the techniques set out in any of these video essays. The subjects of them are masters of their craft and have had careers perfecting it. But don't just follow these things blindly. What I'm saying is, don't forget that video essays are also a type of media, and you shouldn't just take it in without thinking about it. I encourage you to go out and try and find more video essays, especially ones not related to film. So when it comes to making a film, don't follow the rules, but ask yourself this. What is your intention for that section of the production? And what's your logic?
Logically,
If she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood.
and therefore...
A witch! A witch! A witch!